3 Months of Letters by IDONTWRITELEMONS. Archives of Our Own. Fandoms, Video Blogging RPF, and Minecraft Video Game. Summary. Tommy knows the drill. He's been in and out of foster homes all his life. He makes it a game to see how quickly he can get kicked out of homes. Dream used to tease him for speedrunning the system. But this family is different. It'd stay with him for the full 3 months or move hours away from all of Tommy's friends. Whatever, it shouldn't be too hard to stick around and not get attached. Besides, no one wants a raggedy 16-year-old off the streets, right? Or just another found family fic with foster SBI. There's no shortage of these fics, but of course I had to do one too, with a twist. Chapter 1. Day 1 and the 2 days before it. Summary, how it started. Tommy point of view. I quietly pull out my notebook as Ranboo and Tubbo talk to each other quietly in the cafeteria. The room is loud, and I would much rather hide in the bathroom, but it's the only free period I have to talk with my friends, and you bet I'm going to take it, even if it's just to listen to them go on about a new video game. Tommy, you're being oddly quiet today, Tubbo says suddenly, turning to me. Uh-oh, he's writing a letter to you, Tubbo. You know what that means, Ranboo says, looking over my shoulder at the Dear Tubbo, written in my sloppy handwriting. The sorter boy gasps. No! Are you getting relocated? When I get moved with a new foster family, they are, more often than not from this town, meaning I switch schools until I inevitably get kicked out for bad behavior and come back to the home. As a foster kid, I don't get a phone unless my family provides one, and since my average time is half a week, I go without one a lot. My only way to keep in touch with my friends is by mail, and Ranboo is part of the foster system too, so he doesn't exactly have a constant mailbox. So I have Tubbo's address memorized. He's equally my pen pal and my diary, happily reading whatever letters I send. Besides, if I really needed to get a message out quickly, I bought my own computer a few years back. Same with Ranboo. I could always pop into the nearest public library or McDonald's and pop open Discord. But the letters are kind of therapeutic in a way, and Lord knows foster kids don't get therapists. Yes and no. How do you answer yes and no to getting relocated? Ranboo raises an eyebrow. Yes, I'm going with another foster family, but they live in this town, so no, I'm not getting relocated. When? Tubbo asks. In 2 days. Sunday. I met my dad yesterday. And? Ranboo asks, leaning forward. He gets it. Once you get to our age, foster families care less and less. When you're 16, you're no longer the cute baby a mom can boast about saving on Facebook. You're just another cranky teen. Foster families are abusive, neglectful, and more often than not, only want a foster kid for the money that comes with it. He seemed okay. He's fostered 2 kids before. In fact, he adopted both of them. One's now in college, but he stays home to commute every day, and another is a senior at this school. He officially adopted them both around the same time, like 8 years ago. Weird, Ranboo hummed. I know, right? Tubbo glanced between us. Friendly reminder, he pointed to himself. Fortunate to have a happy biological family. No clue what's so weird that you're hinting at. He's fostered before and adopted them. This should be good for you, right, Tommy? I shook my head. But why is it 16-year-old 8 years later? He was clearly on fostered and adopted well back then. Why stop and pick back up now? Tubbo nodded. I see now. It doesn't really matter though. I'll be back at home in a week. My record is 4.5 hours, I shrugged, turning back to my notebook. Even if I'll be staying in town, I always keep a pack of stamps in my bag, just in case I need to turn away from a bad house and live off-grid for a while. I can't go to school as a runaway. It's the first place cops look. Right now, as you know, I'm writing from the comfort of our lunch table. I'll be quite honest, I'm nervous for Saturday. The foster dude seems nice. His name is Phil, single dad of a 21-year-old and an 18-year-old. I can already feel myself getting used as a punching bag. That's okay, because if that happens, you know the code blue. It's been a while since we used code blue. Even as I rack my brain to remember, the closest that even comes up was friendly, and that was years ago. That's a good thing. Code blue is a last resort. The bells are going to ring, but of course I'll finish this letter later. My social worker, Natalie, is giving me the extremely familiar speech as we drive, one that I'm sure I can recite at this point. Now, I know you understand, but I'll say it again. This is a temporary thing. 3 months. The home was getting full, and I just needed someone to stick you for a while. If you just so happen to get kicked out, you're getting sent to a home about 3 hours away, and I don't want that for you, and I know you don't want that. She was right, Tubbo. I didn't want that. But, if this place is shitty, I'm still dipping. Besides, my worker called the last dude who fostered me a very nice man. My jaw and ribs are still bruised. I understand, I shrug. I won't have to go to a different foster care if I run and don't get caught. I may be forced to stay here, but I'm not going to like it, and I sure as hell won't be nice about it. Natalie tisses. I have a good feeling about this one, she said softly. I know I say that a lot, but I feel it in my gut this time. Just try to have a good 3 months. If you stay locked up and defensive, nothing good will ever come. Does this bitch know I've been forced to sleep in garages and under stairs? If you stay locked up and defensive, nothing good will ever come my ass. It's self-fucking-defense. If even one hand is thrown at me, I'm fucking leaving. I cross my arms. Language, Tommy, please, she sighs. But I understand. If that happens, call me. I'll pick you up. I always do. My social worker is a bitch sometimes, you know this. But she does truly care. I know she takes it to heart when a place doesn't work for me. She cares more than I do, if we're being totally honest, Tubbo. For heaven's sake. Also, don't spend your whole time in that notebook of yours, Natalie says, glancing down at my lap. I am very glad you have a constant friend as a form of rock and home base, but interacting with more than a sheet of paper would be nice. I shrug, glancing out the windows at the cars that pass. We're in the nice part of the neighborhood, where the apartments are bigger and the paint jobs are newer. Bonus to get fostered in this town, I already know all the routes. Natalie sighs. You have your backpack, laptop, stamps? I nudge the small black bag at my feet. Yeah. Natalie gave me that bag herself after my 10th foster home, 3 years ago. I guess she knew we were in it together for the long haul. At this point, my plan is just house hopping till 18. Alright. Natalie slows down in front of one of the apartments. It's a deep green, almost gray, with a kept front yard and a slightly chipping door. We're here. As I glance through the car window, I can see a curtain inside the house shift on the 2nd floor. Oh God, they were waiting for our arrival. Well, Tubbo, time to introduce myself to the new temporary family. I'll add on and probably send out this letter later. I'm not too worried about the whole 3 months thing. My record is 4.5 hours in home, and I've survived a month alone on the streets before. I'll be in and out of this house easy. And the worst comes to worst, they have mailboxes 3 houses away, lol. End of chapter 1.